At Arrowhead, Saquon and Jalen Hurts both had rushing touchdowns. The Eagles' defense secured the win after a crucial fourth-quarter interception by Andrew Makubu. The victory gives the Eagles a 2-0 record, and listen to this, drops the Chiefs to 0-2. Now, here's what Stephen A. had said about this last week. Take a quick listen.
When you spot the opponent 34 points in the Super Bowl, when you down 34-0, when you got two future Hall of Famers, the best quarterback in the game today, one of the greatest tight ends to have ever played football, sitting on the bench looking at one another like, damn, it's a bad day. In the third quarter, everybody and their mother knew it was over at halftime. When you see something like that happening, that game the following year, it's not about a win or a loss on Sunday against a team. It's about how you perform.
Stephen A., I'd like the reaction, the follow-up now that you saw the game.
Listen, I'm not fazed by the Chiefs being on 2. They got Patrick Mahomes and those boys, and if Travis Kelce doesn't juggle that catch and ultimately get it intercepted, which led to a Jalen Hurts touchdown, the Chiefs may have won this game. But it was a hard-fought game. It was a close game. With 3 minutes left, it was 20-17 after the touchdown pass to Thornton. And you know what? They could have won this game, but it didn't happen. The key for me was them making sure they didn't get their ass kicked, that they weren't punch drunk from the Super Bowl, that they went out there and they competed and they showed that, you know what, we've learned from the comeuppance we received and we've improved ourselves and we'll be better for it, particularly as the season progresses. I know in the Chiefs' history, you know, it's been about 15 times they started the season 0-2. They only made the playoffs once. I believe it will be twice because I don't believe that the Chiefs are going to nosedive and suddenly can't win football games moving forward. I think they'll be just fine. I just wanted to make sure they didn't get their ass kicked by the Philadelphia Eagles. A loss is a loss. That happens. It's the ass kicking that you got to keep your eyes on, and that did not happen yesterday.
Cam, I want to narrow the focus here really quickly. Are you higher on the Eagles now, or are you more down on the Chiefs?
I'm down on the Chiefs. And, you know, Stephen A., we got the saying that we all know, if was a fit,
Yeah.
It don't matter how you lose, you just better find a way to win. Because a loss is a loss. Don't matter if you lose by 1 point or you lose by, 40. When I look at the Kansas City Chiefs, the thing that becomes apparent is, where's the weapons? Juju, Hollywood, Thornton. Where are the weapons? We've never looked at what we have before, but they've been able to maneuver and generate some type of offense. Xavier Worthy can't get back fast enough if I'm thinking about this, because I think the cat's out now. From the philosophical standpoint, all we have to do is really frustrate Patrick Mahomes, and we got to play man-to-man, and we bracket Travis Kelce. We've never ever seen the Kansas City Chiefs rely on Patrick Mahomes as their valuable running source like we've had in these last 2 games. Now, granted, everybody has to evolve their game, but it's apparently, it's abundantly clear that the Kansas City Chiefs have bigger problems, and we need to find valuable options that can beat consistently man-to-man coverage, and that's not number 87 and El Travidor.
Damian?
Only 3 teams in NFL history has gone 0-2 and went on and win a Super Bowl. I was part of that. One of the 3.
So the flex.
It's a little bit of a flex. I will say this: who you scared of on Kansas City? Nobody. Nobody. You're not scared of anybody. You're not scared of anybody with Kansas City. Listen, we know the greatness of number 15, Patrick Mahomes. We know he's an all-time great. But what was really apparent is when you watch that game, the way Vic Fangio, the defensive coordinator of the Eagles, came after Patrick Mahomes. That's kind of out of character for Vic Fangio. He's not the type of guy that's going to bring a lot of pressure. But Cam, why did somebody bring pressure?
Yeah.
They don't worry about anybody on the outside. They just like, you know what? You ain't got the dogs on the outside, so I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna heat up your quarterback, knowing like he's the only guy that can possibly keep you in this game. And Marley, I want to say this, okay? I want to say this. The Kansas City Chiefs had a mini bye coming off that game, that Friday night game against the Chargers.
Right.
Playing at home, rested up, playing against a team that obliterated them in the Super Bowl and still lost.
Yeah.
Think about that. Think about that. I think that speaks to me of the lack of invincibility with the Kansas City Chiefs right now. And I think not only that the Philadelphia Eagles go in there and get the win, you don't think other teams aren't thinking to themselves, man, we're not sweating the Chiefs like that. Now, I know it's early, but 0-2, trust me, it's a problem. 0-2 is a problem.
Stephen A.
Listen, I get where y'all coming from, but can we pump the brakes? We're talking about in a guy, all right, in a guy like Patrick Mahomes. We're talking about a 3-time Super Bowl champion and a guy that's been the father of the last 6 Super Bowls. Hollywood Brown can ball. We understand that, but he's not a number one. You know, you get him because you want to stretch the field, right? But Rashee Rice has been suspended for 6 games. Xavier Worthy gets hurt on the first play of the game with the run-in, the collision with Travis Kelce by accident. They don't have 2 of their 3 receivers. They don't have Isaiah Pacheco out of the backfield. Kareem Hunt's not running the football, but so effectively, and he's not their number 1 option at the running back spot. It would be Pacheco if he was available. They got injuries. They got guys that are not on the field for them. So I'm like, okay, can these guys hold down the fort? You're starting off 0-2. You got 15 games to go, all right? And the Chargers is one thing. You got them flying all the way to Brazil with that stuff, and then you get injured or Worthy on the first play knowing that Rice is out, okay? And then the second game of the year, you're going up against the reigning defending Super Bowl champions who stomped you in the Super Bowl. All I'm trying to say to y'all is, like, it's not like this isn't recoverable. I'm not picking them to win the Super Bowl anyway, but I certainly believe that they're going to make the playoffs because I know they know how to win. And when you look at them being bereft of personnel right now due to the injuries, I think they'll be just fine. If we're talking, the way y'all are talking is like they got everybody on the field, they're fully loaded, and then they lose it. That's not what's happening with them right now. They got to find a way to make amends or to make up for what they lost right now because you got cats injured. Injuries come with football, I know that. But the point is, they don't have their full personnel. They're not fully loaded yet, and it's 2 games in. Come on, y'all. Calm down.
Listen, Stephen Anthony, you're not fully loaded. The folks in Atlanta gonna love this. So whoop-dee-doo. You ain't got Rashee Rice. Whoop-dee-doo. You ain't got Xavier Worthy. Whoop-dee-doo. Hey, listen, bro. Handle it. We don't care about that because what I'm looking at, Stephen A, is this. You got the Chargers that are looking doggone good. You got the Raiders that's looking really good. You got the Broncos that's looking really good. So you got all these issues and acting like the Kansas City Chiefs is the only team in NFL history that had to battle back from injury. Ask Cincinnati Bengals about injury right now. Whoop-dee-doo. We don't care now about that, bro. This is football. We got to figure this out.
May I respond? May I respond? May I respond? First of all, for the first time on national television, I'm going to accuse Cam Newton of lying, Woody. He's lying. He's lying when he says, he's lying. Are you ready for this? He's lying when he says that folks in Atlanta are saying, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo sounds like a celebratory comment. What the hell have y'all had to celebrate? You went to the Super Bowl and gave up a 25-point lead. You made the divisional playoffs the next year, and ever since then, you ain't made the damn playoffs. So Atlanta ain't saying that. Atlanta's in no position. The city of Atlanta's in no position to say that. Let's call it what it is now. Let's keep it a buck. They're in no position.